You see my friend here? Because if you take a look at him, it's gonna give you a little bit of a hint on what today's video is gonna be about, guys. Hi, my loves, and welcome back to the Ahimsa Heals channel, where we explore the profound journey of self-healing through the wisdom of astrology, chakras, and the boundless potential of the mind/brain. And now, today we are diving into the third video of the Mastering Manifestation series in my channel. In the previous video, I explored the intricate dance that the subconscious and conscious self do within each other. We learned how our subconscious mind can significantly influence our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, etc. But what happens when this influence takes a darker turn? When our subconscious mind, in its quest for pleasure and avoiding pain, steers us towards unhealthy habits. And this, my friends, is the illusion of control. And it's the illusion of control that you're probably experiencing right now at this very moment in your life. As the subconscious mind does have the biggest reign over your brain as of right now, it is a powerful force that can lead to addiction and compulsion, making us feel trapped in a cycle that we might feel like we can't really get out of. You need to remember something. Our brains are designed to seek pleasure and avoid pain. However, this instinct can backfire when our subconscious self is driven by past experiences. It can push us toward unhealthy habits as a way to feel pleasure or feel comfort. And this often happens without our conscious awareness of it, which is where it kind of sucks, right? Because remember, in all the videos that I've gone through within the series already, 80% of your brain mass, or around that, give or take, is revolved around the conscious self. It's only that 20%, give or take, that is ruled by the subconscious self. But because that 20% is in the direct deep center of your brain, it is what kind of wears the pants. And it is the thing that your conscious self will listen to. As the subconscious self kind of loves whispering sweet things into its ear, it can whisper a lot of intrusive thoughts as well. Because the subconscious self can sometimes override the conscious self because of past experiences and memories that led it to creating false narratives that the subconscious self uses as a guide to experience the current reality that you're in. There may have been thousands of different experiences that you've had or witnessed in your life that led you to the same emotional experience. Let me give you an example for this. Maybe it could be guilt. Maybe there's been a lot of moments in your life where guilt like hit you, and when I mean hit you, it was like one of those feelings that just are awful, god awful to feel. But because there's been not just a handful of experiences where you've witnessed guilt, but a million of them, your brain is now going to be predispositioned to do everything in its power to avoid that negative experience. So anything that can trigger that emotion, even a slight hint of it, your brain's gonna be like, nope, let's go do the thing that doesn't feel that way. And that's where it's not fair. We all deserve to be able to grow. We all deserve to have the dream life that we've always wanted for ourselves. True manifestation doesn't come from writing something down 70 times a day. True manifestation comes within you. True acknowledgement of how much control you can actually take back over your life comes from you and you accepting that fact. While we often think of addiction as a mere lack of willpower, it's actually a complex interplay between our subconscious desires and our conscious attempts to regain control back over our lives. And that's where the illusion comes into play. And by understanding this thing of illusion of control, we can finally begin to see what these addictive behaviors really were attempts of. They were attempts of us trying to gain control back over our life. It's not your fault. Anybody watching this video right now, if you are struggling with something that you are very ashamed of, I want to let you know that it is not your fault. You weren't aware of this stuff. You didn't know any better at that time. You were just looking to feel safe and you did it for survival purposes. But who you were then is different than who you are now. And that's maybe one of the reasons that led you to clicking into this video in the first place. So how can some of these things, everything that I'm sharing to you so far in this video, how can it be showing up in your life today? Well, ask yourself, what are things that you occasionally do for fun? Are these things involving drinking alcohol? Are these things involving smoking? Is this involving you gambling and going out with your buddies every once in a while, but maybe every once in a while it keeps adding up? Does this involve you video gaming the heck out of yourself when you're stressed and you need to escape? Don't all these things that I just listed kind of have to do with that big word I just said? Escape? Your brain is trying to help you escape your current situation, your current reality, by making you do all these things that I just listed. These are examples, by the way. So you can feel like maybe life's not so bad after all until you go back and you remember what the real truth is underneath all that illusion that your brain's trying to feed you to keep you surviving. In reality, it's just taking you further away from trying to find the real solution to your problem. Yes, I kind of give you a little bit of the explanation behind why you are the way you are, right? I gave you a little bit of a summary, but did I really dive into the exact things that are going on in your brain at this very moment that made you have those ways of thinking, that led you to doing the things you do, that got you stuck in these cycles in the first place? No. Well, I'm about to right now. This word is called neural pathways, okay? So the neural pathways that are actually found inside your brain in itself, as well as in your nervous system, are right here for you guys to see and read, so you can pause this video if you have to, because I'm too lazy to read it. Those neurons in those neural pathways are gathering all that information around you to help make the ultimate decision, basically, as like the judge of, okay, this is a positive stimuli and this is a negative stimuli, or this is a positive experience and this is a negative experience. So now we know why your brain was trying to lead you down those paths in the first place, but we didn't really get into what's even deeper in there, and that's the limbic system. The limbic system is where all the reward pathways in the brain reside in. But the one in particular that I think every single freaking human on this planet should know about is the mesocortical limbic dopamine reward pathway, as this is the pathway that has you being the exact way you are today. Because of the fact that pleasurable experiences are the things that trigger dopamine release into your brain. It's gonna be the exact neurotransmitter that is going to make you want to keep doing those things that gave you that same feel-good hit on the neurotransmitter again and again and again. Let's say that you're trying to quit the habit of nonstop, incessantly checking your phone. When you're starting to quit, every time you resist that urge to check your phone, your brain will start associating that feeling of self-control with, okay, reward pathway, let's get triggered. But the hardest part is starting and staying consistent and keeping that persistence and persevering, especially at the beginning. And when it has to do with your brain, that's where you gotta develop that willpower, that self-restraint. It's about rewiring your brain to start believing the positives, to start thinking about all the other things that could be going on instead of you just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But that takes time. Because of all the years that you've already allowed yourself to be stuck in these types of patterns, you have lived more of your life in that habit, in that tendency, than more of your life breaking away from it and overcoming it. You are now probably radiating the energy of fear. We want to change that energetic field inside you, but it starts from within. So then your outer world can start reflecting what your inner world is going to show as you heal in time. The brain does govern how we think, feel, and act, but it's our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions that we consciously do that in turn shape our brain. You get to determine what trajectory you want to go in life. Are you gonna let your brain take you there willingly and blindly as it has been this whole time? Or are you gonna start taking that power back for yourself and take those steps forward now? That's where you gotta ask yourself that question and see what the answer is. Please don't give up on yourself, because this video is taking you one step closer to helping you step into your power and become the best version of yourself. What feelings came up for you while watching this video? What was your experience with it? Do you have any questions? I would love to hear if you guys want to learn more about certain things I mentioned in today's video. I want you guys to not feel scared to want to grow. That's it. I'm just trying to facilitate a space to set the stage for your growth right now, and I'm trying to do everything in my power on the other end of the screen, basically, to do that for you. With that in mind, there is one beautiful word that I want you guys to remember and take it with you, and maybe even look into it in your own time, because I know there's a lot of really awesome videos on YouTube that you can look into when it comes to this topic in particular. Neuroplasticity. And that is the exact topic that we're gonna be diving into in the very last part in this mini series to teaching you how to master manifestation for yourself with science-backed knowledge and all this stuff that has to do with you learning how to control your brain for good so you can take power back over your life, you can control your destiny, and you can get whatever the F you want out of it. Thank you for watching, my loves. If you found that this video was helpful, do not, and I repeat, do not hesitate to share this video with somebody else that you feel would be gaining a lot of benefit to watching it. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, you know, join the community, and not only that, hit that like if you resonated, and comment down below if you have any other thoughts, all right? Sending you so much unconditional love. Stay tuned, and bye.